Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I have for you the Sydney Grace X Temptalia palette called Radiant Reflection. We're going to be doing 3 looks with 1 palette, so if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so here it is right here. This is the palette we'll be working on today. I have already filmed 3 looks with her other 2 palettes, so you should be seeing those coming out shortly. This is what this one looks like. It does have a nice, very large mirror. I haven't taken the plastic off of it, so it's a really nice mirror. And then these are the colors. Let me pull back so that you can see them without the glare. There we go. So these are the colors right here, and I am going to go ahead and insert swatches right here for you so that you can go ahead and see what each shade looks like. Okay, here are the swatches of the Radiant Reflection palette. The first shade is called Unstoppable Love Light because I chose the light palettes instead of the deep palettes. This is described as a medium dark rosy plum with warm undertones and a matte finish. Okay, next is Opera Rose. This is described as moderately warm toned medium dark red with a pearl finish. Okay, then the next shade down is Temptalia. This is described as slightly cool toned medium pink with a metallic finish. Next one down is called Forget Her Not. This is described as a very cool toned dark purple with a pearl finish. Okay, next down is Our Starry Night. This is described as a very cool toned medium dark blue with a sparkle finish. Then the next one down is called Gloss Over. And this is described as very cool toned light blue with a pearl finish. Okay, next is Sumptuous Serendipity. This is described as moderately warm toned medium dark plum with a metallic finish. Next, I'm probably butchering this name, but it's Phosphines, I think. I'm not sure. And it's described as slightly warm toned dark taupe with a metallic finish. Next one down is called Dearest Constant Light. This is described as moderately warm toned medium dark peach with a matte finish. Okay, next one down is Exquisite Opulence. It's described as very warm toned medium dark gold with a metallic finish. Okay, and then the next one down is called Jealousy's Descent, and it's described as moderately cool toned dark green with a metallic finish. And then last but not least, we have Sublime Reverie, and it's described as moderately cool toned medium dark teal with a matte finish. So there you go. There are the swatches for the Radiant Reflection palette. Thank you so much for watching. All right, now that you have seen the swatches and have a general idea of what the shades are, let's go ahead and get started. I think for the first look, since my shirt is blue and orange, I figured let's go ahead and play with the blues. So let's go ahead and play with, even though Forget Her Not is described as a very cool toned dark purple with a pearl finish, when I swatched it, it looked pretty blue to me still. So I think I'm going to incorporate all 3 of these colors somehow and see how it turns out. I'm thinking that I'll probably use Gloss Over as my crease shade. because there's only 2 mattes in here. No, 3 mattes. There's Dearest Constant, which I don't really want to use that shade, and then there's more of a like Merlot color shade, and then there's a deep green shade. So none of those really go with the blues. I mean, I guess I could use Dearest Constant, this one right here, or I could use the green maybe, but I don't want to. Gloss Over is more of a pearl finish, so I think it'll still look good in the crease. So let's go ahead and get started with the crease. I am going to use a Morphe E22. That's what that looks like right there. Okay, maybe that's better if I do this. There you go, Morphe E22. And I'm going to dip in there and get started on my crease. Oh, I've already primed my eyes using my Ulta matte eye primer. I finally found it. It was missing for a few days and I had to use another primer and I was not happy with that primer. So I'm glad I found this one. That is really pretty on the eye, I have to say. And you know, there's no rules in makeup. You can absolutely put shimmers in your crease. I do it all the time. And I apologize if you hear my son in the background. He's playing online. His school doesn't start until next week because we're putting him back virtual again, unfortunately. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. I'm going to, for time's sake, do this off camera, do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, this is what we're looking like right now. For time's sake, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back with y'all. All right, I am back, so I have that blended on both eyes. So now we're going to go in with the more purple shade, the one that's called Forget Her Not. Come on, focus. There we go. This one right here. Yep. I'm going to go in with that. I'm going to put that on my outer corners and maybe a little bit into the crease. So for that, I'm going to use a smaller brush. Let's use a Morphe, no. Let's use a Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush right here. I love this brush, great brush. So I'm going to dip in and start working this on my outer corner. And I fully expect to have fallout with these shades. That's why I did not do my complexion first. I learned my lesson from the first palette I did. I had lots of fallout, even though I was tapping my brush and stuff. These shimmery shades are just real soft, so they have a tendency to have fallout. So easy solution, just do your eyes first. Yeah, see, there we go. See, to me that's looking more blue than it looks purple. So, I mean, I know I can see the purple in it. I can see the purple undertone, especially in the pan. More so in the pan than I can on my eyes, and I don't know if that's just because I'm blending this into a blue. So yeah, I think it's going to work out. Okay, let's bring this into the crease a little bit, just ever so slightly, to kind of deepen the crease. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to continue working on this and do it on the other eye, and again, for time's sake, I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I'm going to continue doing this on this eye, and then I'll also do it on the other eye off camera for time's sake, and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, I am back. So this is what we're looking like right now. So I've got that shade Forget Me Not blended on the outer corner, and I pulled it in through the crease a little bit to deepen up the crease a little bit, since the next shade we're putting down is very dark. And that shade is Our Starry Night right here, which is a very beautiful blue. Right there. Nope, that way. Right there. It's a very beautiful blue with lots of shimmer, so I'm definitely looking forward to putting that on my eye. For that, I'm going to use a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH41 brush. This is like my favorite shader brush right now. I definitely will be spraying the shade because this one is definitely very soft, almost chunky, because it's got all that micro sparkle in there, which should be very pretty on the eye, but definitely will fall out. I already have fallout all over my cheeks from the Forget Me Not though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I'm going to put this all over my lid and even kind of blend it a little bit into the Forget Me Not shade. So there we go. I am going to do the other eye off camera to save time, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, I am back. I've got both eyes done now. Here's how they look. Okay, so I'm going to hop off camera and do my complexion, well, clean up all the fallout, and then do my complexion, and then I'll come back and I'll do under my eyes and my inner corner. So I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I am back. I have my complexion done, so now we can work on the lower lash line and the inner corners. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to use that lightest shade that we used in our crease called Gloss Over. Whoops. It's this one right here. So I'm going to use that in on my lower lash line. And I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use in my inner corners, but we'll figure that out momentarily. I am going to spray this just because I have already set my concealer and my foundation and all that with powder, so I don't want any fallout if I can avoid it, because I definitely had major fallout with these shades. So I'm just going to start in the outer corner. Make sure y'all can see. I'm starting in the outer corner right here and just kind of bringing it along all the way across my lower lash line. That is really pretty when you spray it. Wow, it's super, super shimmery when you spray it. Didn't expect that because I thought that one was, which is this Gloss Over? Yeah, this is a pearl finish, so it's not even like a high shine metallic finish, but holy cow, you get it wet and it is pretty high shine metallic to me. I have definitely fallen in love with Sydney Grace shadows during the course of doing looks for these three palettes, so they've definitely got a new customer out of me. Alright, so there's that. think we've got enough time to just go ahead and do this one on camera. So why not? I'm just trying to make it where 3 looks isn't an hour long. My first video is an hour long, but I was real detailed in it. So hopefully y'all will still watch it and enjoy it. Break it up if you need to, whatever you have to do. But I think I came up with some really fun, creative looks in there, so I do hope that y'all watch that one. I have not edited the second one yet, so I do not know how long that one's going to be, but I tried to be faster in that one, so we'll see. I tried not to talk as much and just really focus on putting the makeup on. There we go. All right, I like that. I like how it brings the crease back out, because I felt like we were kind of losing the crease color, although this looks brighter than this because it's wet. So I like it though. I think it looks good. So I think I'm going to go and do something a little crazy for my inner corner. I think I'm going to use the gold. This exquisite opulence right here. I think I'm going to use that in my inner corner, and we're just going to roll with it. For that, I'm using a Sigma Smudge E21 right here. Okay, and so I'm dipping into Exquisite Opulence, and I will definitely be spraying this. Okay, let's see how this looks. I mean, my shirt has orange and blue together and it works, so I figure gold and blue will work well together too. And I like it. Hopefully you can see that. I like that. Okay, there we go. I actually think that looks really good, so y'all have to tell me what you think down in the comments below. But here is our finished eye look, obviously minus lashes. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do my, basically just do my lashes and put mascara on and put on my falsies. And I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have my lashes on now. So I used the House of Lashes Iconic is the style. House of Lashes is the brand. And then I used the Kiss lash glue liner to adhere them. And then I also used a mascara, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Lash Magnifying Mascara, just to help blend the falsies and add a little dimension to my lower lash line. Everything else that's on my face will be listed down in the description box below. I always try to do that for you guys, so that if you ever wonder like what my lip color is or blush or whatever the case may be, you can go down and check it out in the description box below. So this is the first look. So I will be back shortly with the second look. Alright, I am back for look number 2. I have already primed my eyes with my Ulta Matte Eye Primer. So that is done. For this look, we're going to be playing with the greens. So these 2 shades down here, right here, let me pull it back so you can see the colors better. There we go. So these 2 shades right here. And then I'll probably use this as a transition shade. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to use in the inner corner, but we'll figure that out as we go along. So let me start with the transition shade, which is called Dearest Constant. Yeah, Dearest Constant. Sorry, I had a second reading for a second there. I'm going to start with that as my transition shade. So for that, I'm going to use, and this is stained, but there is no pigment on it. I cleaned it off in my Vera Mona color switch, so we're fine to use this. This is a Morphe E22. So I'm going to dip into Dearest Constant and go ahead and put that in my crease. And this is a little powdery, so I am going to be tapping off my brush so I don't have too much fallout. The good thing is I haven't done my complexion yet, so if I do have fallout, it's not the end of the world. I can clean it up after I'm done with my eyes. And I kind of recommend that with these palettes because the shimmers are very, they appear to be loosely packed, so I get a lot of fallout with the shimmers. And then some of the mattes I get fallout, some of them I don't. It just depends on how they packed them, basically, how they pressed them. Sorry, not packed, pressed. I will say if you go out to Temptalia's website and search for her palettes, she did do a review on her palettes after lots of her readers requested it. And there's a lot of information there about how she came up with the shades and you know, like how many tries and whatnot they had to do with the shades before they got it exactly to where she wanted it and all that. So it's a pretty interesting read. I've only read on the Quintessence palette, but I'll probably go back and read on the other ones because it was pretty interesting. Just kind of knowing the process of it all. So, alright, so to save time, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I have here on the other eye, and I'll off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so next up we're going to go in with this shade right here called Sublime Reverie right here. And this one was described as a cool toned medium dark teal with a matte finish. So I'm going to be using this in my outer corner, and I'll pull it up into my crease as well. For that, we're going to use a Sigma small, what's it called? Diffused blending brush, a number E45. So that's what I'm going to use to dip into Sublime Reverie. Ooh, and it's powdery, so I'll definitely tap it off. It looks very green when you first start with it. Very pretty. Okay, I'm back. I have that green or black and darkened teal blended out on both of my eyes now. Definitely got some fallout. I'm not sure if you can see that on my cheeks or not. That was, again, Sublime Reverie. Very pretty shade. I definitely see green, but I do see some of the teal in there too. But I think it'll go great with this next one that we're going to use, which is called Jealousy's Descent. And that is this green shade right here, this beautiful shimmer. So we're going to put this all over the lid. For that, I am using my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH41. I should have this memorized by now. I love this. I think this is my favorite shader brush. Alright, so I definitely will be spraying this so that I can get the most out of this, because I think this is more of a pearl finish. But as I learned in my last look, pearl finish, when you get it wet, is still very shimmery. So that is what I want. It's very shimmery. Alright, so I'm going to start on the inner corner. And start blending up into the crease a little bit so that you can actually see the shimmer when my eyes are open. So there we go. I'm going to, again for time's sake, do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I am back. I have both of those eyes done. I've got the shimmers down now, so hopefully y'all can see the metallic sheen on camera. I think you can. Looking in the monitor, I think that you can. So it's very, very pretty. For my, oh, I can't do my inner corner or outer corner yet. First I need to clean up all this fallout and do my complexion. So I'm going to do that offline real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, I have my complexion all done now. Everything that's on my face will be listed in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and do my lower lash line. I am trying to decide if I want to go a little bit more neutral or if I want to go ahead and play with green, and I say let's play with green. So I'm going to go with Jealousy's Descent right here, this beautiful shimmer, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. For that I'm going to use a Morphe E36 right here, and I will be spraying it to avoid fallout because I have set everything with powder, so all my concealer and foundation, I really don't want any fallout on there. Alright, so we're just going to start here on the outer corner, kind of connect it to the upper lid a little bit so it looks cohesive, and then just bring it all the way across our lower lash line. Make sure those outer corners are looking good and I like it. Alrighty, for our inner corner, I'm going to use a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush, and I'm going to use, and I'm probably mispronouncing this name, but it's Fiends. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what that word is, but that is the shade we're going to use in my inner corner. It's a very pretty shade. And I, again, will be getting this wet so that we hopefully don't have any fallout. Ah. Put that in the wrong spot. I almost put it on my nose. That would have looked comical. There we go. So there's that one. That's a really pretty color. I think it has a little bit of, let's see how they describe this one. That's really pretty. It looks like it has a little bit of like purple to it in the pan, but not once I got it on the eye. Once I got it on the eye, it's definitely more of a taupe, which is exactly how they describe it. It's Phosphines. Let's see how to describe that. Slightly warm toned dark taupe with a metallic finish. Perfectly described. Alright, so the eyes are done except for my lashes. So I'm going to pop off camera real quick and do my lashes, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look for look number 2. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright, I'm back. I have my lashes on. They're the same lashes that I wore in look number 1, which are the House of Lashes. Ooh, that's washing that out. House of Lashes in the style Iconic. Love these lashes. They're really nice. So this is the finished look. And then I'll turn this way. So there you go. That is the finished look for look number 2. I will be back with you guys shortly for look number 3. See you in just a minute. Well, hello. I am back now for look number 3. This will be the final look with this palette, the Radiant Reflection palette. So I've already primed my eyes and I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to play with the kind of purplish berry shades that they have. So I'm going to be playing with this one, oh, you can't see that. There we go. This one, this one, this one, and this one down here. So all 4 of those I plan on working with today. So to start off, I'm going to use this matte right here called Unstoppable Love, and I'm going to put that in my crease real quick. For that, I am using a Morphe E22. Okay. So I'm just going to start ever so slightly putting this in my crease gently because it is a deeper shade and I don't want to go overboard. So yeah, there we go. I'm also going to bring it on my outer corner just a little bit, just to kind of start deepening that outer corner. Nothing too extravagant. So that's pretty much what I'm doing there. For time's sake, I'm going to do the eye, the other eye off camera, and I will be right back with y'all. Alright, I am back. So I have that shade Unstoppable Love blended on both of my eyes. So this is what we're looking at right now. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and go into Sumptuous Serendipity right here. And I'm going to put that on my outer corner, and I might pull it into my crease just a little bit. But mostly this is just going to be focused on my outer corner. To do that, I'm going to use a small shader brush. This is the Jessup Short Shader. So I'm going to use that so I have a little bit of control. I'm going to attempt to use this without spraying it, but I might have to spray it. We'll see. Alright, cool. Making sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm literally just kind of building up the depth on the outer corner. I had already brought down Unstoppable Love on the outer corner, but this will deepen it up a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Really just trying to keep this just to my outer corner. I don't want to go too far in because I've got 2 more shades I want to play with. Alright, for time's sake, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back with y'all. So there we go. The next shade I'm going to dip into is Opera Rose. Opera Rose. This is the shade Swatch, and this is the one that I just laid down. This was Sumptuous Serendipity, and this is Opera Rose. So next I'm going to go into Opera Rose. I'm going to continue to use the same shader brush, but I will be getting Opera Rose, which let me show you the shade in the palette. This is Opera Rose right here. Right there, yeah. So I am definitely going to spray that so that I don't have too much fallout. Okay, and now I'm just going to start where I left off with that deeper shade called Sumptuous Serendipity. And just kind of come to the middle of my eye and also make sure that it's blending in to Sumptuous Serendipity. Okay. Okay, so that's how we're looking. I'm going to pop off camera and do that on the other eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have that on both eyes. This is what we're looking like right now. Okay, so for my last shade, I am going to go into Temptalia. Right there. Let me pull it back a little bit. It's more of a pinky shade. And that's gonna go on the rest of my lid. I'm just gonna use, whoa, I just dropped the palette in my lap. Thank goodness my lap was there. Oh my gosh, if I had dropped that on the floor and shattered everything, I would have been so upset. Anyways, I'm using the same shader brush. I just cleaned it off in my color switch, so now there's no pigmentation. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into Temptalia, and I will be spraying this one as well. Such a pretty shade. I've been dying to play with this one. I think she did a beautiful job picking out the colors, the shades, whatever we call them. Alright, so this is going to go over the rest of my eyelid. Oh, wow. That is a nice, beautiful, bright color. I really like that. And then, of course, I want to make sure that that blends with Ochre Rose. Not Ochre Rose. Yeah, Ochre Rose. And there we go, just like that. Just kind of pat it over Ochre Rose just a little bit, and so that I get a little bit of a blend. So that's what we look like. I think I can finish this one on camera. Trying to hold the mirror down as far as I can and still be able to see. Okay, now I'm just looking to make sure they look pretty even. I think they do. I'm just going to bring a little bit more of this up into the crease. Make sure it's blended. Alright, so there we go. That is the finished eye look for now. I'm going to pop off camera and do my complexion, and then I'll be right back and we can do the lower lash line and the inner corner. So I'll see y'all in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I've got my complexion done. Everything's on. I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. For that, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Sumptuous Serendipity, the shade right here, real quick. I will spray it. I am going to, let me find my brush. Here it is. I'm using a Morphe E36 right here. So I'm going to spray that and just bring it all along my lower lash line. Just starting at the outer corner and bringing it in. Super simple, just to kind of continue that depth. And I will be doing the same thing on the other eye. Okay, there's that one. And then the other eye. Sorry if I'm rushing, I have an appointment to go to, so I'm trying to finish this up. Can't miss this appointment. Okay, and then for my inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Phosphines. I guess that's how you say it, but anyways, I'm going to go in with that. That's a real pretty taupe. For that, I'm going to use a Sigma Smudge E21, and I'll be getting this wet as well. And this I'm just going to try to keep it just in the inner corner. I don't want to bring it up or down too much. Just to add just a little bit of brightness, like so. Alright, so this is our eye look. I'm going to pop off camera and do my lashes, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So this is the third and final look right here. So this is what we're looking like. I used the same lashes I've been using for all three looks. It's the Iconic, or the House of Lashes and the Style Iconic. Everything else that's on my face will be listed down below in the description box. So I would love to hear from you guys. You tell me which look was your favorite look. I can say without a doubt that I love this palette. I highly recommend it. I used every single shade in this palette. So if this is something that catches your eye, I definitely recommend it. The shades are really good. The shadow quality is really good. So, with all that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you are staying safe and staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Bye!